welcome to the Armor Jaw Doors channel, and today we're going to clean up this older vise. This was given to me for free by a family friend. I already have 2 vices, so I don't need another. You can see that it's not in bad shape. In fact, functionally everything works. It's just got a lot of surface rust on it. The paint's not the best. And my older brother, he's starting up his shop. He's kind of building his tool repertoire. So I'm going to clean this up for him, give it off to him, and he'll have a nice vise. I do like this vise, actually. It's got the 2 heads. You got your pipe jaws here, and then your normal jaws here. It's only a 4-inch though, and I do like my 6-inch vise. So we're going to start cleaning it up. I think first order of business here is just to get off as much dust and shamoo as we can. And then I'm going to come in with some penetrating oil, let that sit for a little bit, and then just start tearing it down. Got as much of the dirt off as I'm going to be able to get with that vacuum, and now I'm just going to hit it with some penetrating oil. Right, it's been about 15 minutes. Let's see how loose these guys are. Oh, very loose on that one. This video is actually going to be really helpful in finding out how all this goes back together. Oh, I missed some bolts on this side here. I'll get those later. Nice and easy. A little schmoo in there. Guys, yeah, nice and easy. These the same bolts, not quite, a little bit longer there. This video is going to do me a lot of help when it comes time to re-put this thing back together. You can tell this thing was not used much because those jaws are in really good shape. There she goes. Hopefully this comes off as easily as everything else so far. Not too bad. Nothing seized up. Didn't have to pull out the torch or nothing. I'm getting my workout in for today. It was going good, and then it got really, really hard. I'm not exactly sure why there's so much resistance right now. This would really be a lot easier if this was bolted down. Ooh, I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Alright, I think I finally got it. Yeah. There she goes. What a bear. I think I can just unscrew this guy all the way out. There she is. Now I'm hoping this guy will just pull out. It's getting stuck up on something. Don't know what. Oh, it's heavy. Just getting stuck up on this nasty bit. All right. Nice. Got that out. Now for this back over here, there's some screws. 2 flatheads right here. Get those out. Oh, they're nice and easy. So my brother went to Oregon State University, and then so did I and my wife. But he's real into the beavers thing, so I thought it'd be kind of funny to paint this thing orange and black. I think I might be a little different. He might get a kick out of that, or he might think it's dumb. Who knows? That's the way he's getting, though. Orange and black. Just gotta find some nice orange enamel. Getting that beaver's color. How does that come off? So I got a wooden dowel and a mallet. So we can't pop it off from the back here. Oh yeah. That did it. A bit more here. Almost there. There it goes. It's just got this key, ginormous key here. And hopefully now this piece will come right out. Oh yeah. Okay. Nice. This is coming apart a lot easier than I thought it would. See, there's a little bit of... I honestly can't tell if that's corrosion or if that's just a bad casting. But got that out. Nice. And here's the body. We'll see how that's attached from the base. Looks like it's just screwed on. So hopefully if I unscrew these all the way, that'll come out. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's not easy though, is it? Should do it. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to remove these from that. Little turn handles. Looks like they've bent them, put them on, then bent them on. This is coming off. It was frigid in here, man. My hands are so cold. Nice. Let's get the other one off. That'll be it for disassembly. And then time to bust out the wire wheel. Start cleaning stuff up. This is when I really wish I had a sandblaster. And part of me wanted to sandblast the bit. Now, what am I thinking here? You can make a sandblaster with an air shooter. Like you take an air gun. It's like a basic little air gun. And then you hook up a hopper to it. Drill a hole in the air nozzle. And fill that up with your media. That's just a nasty... Oh, excuse me. Just a nasty casting. But I guess they machined the part that it made. And here's your base in 2 parts. Nice. Disassembly is done. Now it's just time for cleanup. So I was taking a look at this plate here, and I originally thought it was like a steel little stamp plate, but nope, thankfully it's just a good old Chinese sticker. So this will come off with some hot water, maybe some goo be gone. And I was looking, and this paint's actually in pretty good shape. You know, there's some dings right there. You got some rust underneath. So I'll sand up those areas. I don't want to do too much sanding because I guarantee 1980s Chinese paint, this is probably lead-based, and so I'm not super keen on getting a bunch of those particles around in there. So I'll do a light sanding, probably come in with like 400 grit, and then spray with the primer, and then come in with some like barbecue paint, maybe some high gloss enamel paint, make it look nice. So it's a gorgeous morning here. Gorgeous, but absolutely frigid. And I'm kind of kicking myself because I might have waited too long for my good window of painting. It was 12 degrees this morning. Inside my shop was 25. That means all my paint is way too cold to use. So I'm having it out here in the sun. Hopefully by midday. It's only supposed to get up to like 45, 50 today. But hopefully that sun will come in and warm stuff up. I've painted before in the cold, and I never really got great results doing it that way. It just doesn't stick. The paint will just flake off after it dries. So I'm hoping it gets warm today, and then the longer I wait, the worse conditions it's gonna get. So I got to do it today. What the plan is, I've got all the parts out here that I'm gonna have to paint. I've got some engine degreaser here. I'm gonna spray that, and then while that is doing its degreasing thing, I've got a scouring pad here. It's just an abrasive like foam block. I'll come in, I'll kind of just do a light scraping on all the surfaces that are going to get painted. And then I'll come in with some brake cleaner, spray it off, some acetone, wipe it down. I'll tape off what I need to tape off, and I've got some self-etching primer that I'm going to hit. And then I'll let that dry. Hopefully that'll dry in 20 minutes or so. And I can come in with the enamel, which actually reminds me I need to get out in the sun because it's in the shop, and that was 25, way too cold. So that's the plan. I'm going to get to it. Hopefully this stuff works. It's like, I don't know, 3 years old. Oh yeah. Come back at a distance here. This stuff really comes out strong here. Uh-oh. Brake cleaner, you hit everything, and let that sit for a little bit. So I'm in a nice window of warmer weather, and I got all my pieces sanded down to 220, and then I taped them off. Now, coming in with some mineral spirits, and I'm gonna hit this every single part with mineral spirits, let that dry. And I'll do a first light coat of the acid etching primer. know the lighting is horrible here, but they're all taped off, prepped, because I'm gonna be able to get them. Hit them with this primer. The can feels like not super cold, so that's making me happy. Hopefully the wind stays down, so I don't get too much debris in the paint job. Not that I'm really going for perfection, I just want it to look better than rusty, but it'd be nice if it stayed down. Here it goes. Nice light coat to start. Five coats of the primer done on all these guys. So I'm gonna wait about a half an hour, and then my thoughts are I'm gonna paint rather the jaws orange and the base orange, and then the body is gonna be black. We'll see how that turns out. If it looks completely awful, I'll just paint the whole thing either orange or black. So I'll go ahead and move these back into some sun, and this is the body, so it's gonna be hitting with some black. Again, just going for a nice light first coat. Got some debris on here. Let's see if we can get that off. Not too bad. So we got the blacks done. Next up is orange. Or not. Let's see if that goes back on nice and easy for me. There we go. Make sure it is indeed orange. I've had that once, bought it from the store, and because it doesn't say orange on here anywhere else, it's only the cap. Some dinkus had switched to the caps, which in hindsight is kind of funny, but then not really. Alright, nice light coats here. So I got these all finished up. There's like 4 coats. God, I can't talk. There's like 4. Ooh. So I got these all finished up, and it turned out pretty good. There's like 4 coats of black, and this orange took forever to cover up. So there's like 10 coats of orange on those 3 pieces. And I'm kind of kicking myself because when I got this vise, so these sections, if it would focus, these sections right here were in the white. And all these mating surfaces here, so I taped those off. But looking at my other vises, if you go over to the workbench, you can see that these are all painted up. Same with this guy. And it would have been a whole lot easier if I had just left those in the white. I'm sorry, if I didn't leave them in the white and I actually painted them, because now I've got to come back here and hand sand all these surfaces and try not to nick the new paint that I put on. The only part that I should have left was this one, which I did, and that's fine, the anvil here. But oh well, a little more hand sanding, a little more work for me. Looking good. This orange and black is going to turn out pretty cool, nice and beavery. Let these dry for a few days. It's time for the big reveal. Not too bad on that part. Looks nice. I think this is going to turn out kind of cool. You can hit this up with some copper grease around on the moving parts. That'll keep it from sticking and rusting in the future. Around here. Last piece. And for the piece de resistance here, brand new cotter pin, and we are done. Oh, some pliers for that. Here she is, all done up. It's a pretty fun little project, relatively easy. I thought it was going to be a little bit more of a pain to take apart, but not bad at all. Transformation is complete, and it definitely is beneficial. This guy was all rusty, and now he's ready for a new owner. Hope you like it.